So we've been home for a couple of days, just restocking and getting some real sleep.
And finding out why the passenger footwell was filling with water.
Yeah, the passenger footwell in the car is filling with water. It's a bit of an emergency situation we've got here at the moment. We've got towels in the bottom with a rubber mat. So yeah, now we're making the final little hop to Sheffield, where we will bed down for the night, and then off to Magic Enterprises in the morning. It should be worth noting that it isn't always easy to park near these places. Just down around that corner where the shop is. Well, we made it. We are here. It's 11 o'clock in the morning. We found a place to park, and now we are at Magic Enterprises, aka the Magic Studio in Sheffield, 82 Broad Street. Let's take a look inside. So I just realised, awful of me, I haven't asked what your name is.
Oh, right. Yes. Russell Hall.
Russell Hall.
Yeah.
So how long have you been here then?
We've been in Sheffield 40 years this year.
Wow.
In this particular shop, about 26, 27 years.
How did you get into the business of running a magic shop?
Well, actually, it's a long story. When I was at university in London, and I was doing quite a bit of magic and inventing one or two tricks and pieces like that. And then I got married and things sort of drifted away a bit. And then moved back to London later on and needed a bit more money. So I started to make and pitch svengalis and worked all over the area on the southeast weekends pitching svengalis and enjoyed it. And carried on doing it when I got up here and thought, well, that's a magic shop. And I was working as a sort of a writer for a company up here, copywriter or whatever, opened the magic shop in spare time. And then it just grew, so I gave up my proper job and started this.
Wow. It's this guy, like, I think it's probably the biggest store area that we've seen so far.
The biggest shop area, yeah.
Yeah, the biggest shop area. I mean, World Magic Shop was kind of bigger, but that's because they got a huge warehouse downstairs.
Yeah.
But this has definitely got the sort of the most on display store area.
And their sofa was part of a set, wasn't it?
Yeah, their sofa was part of a set. This obviously isn't a filming set, although you have a stage there.
We do obviously make videos here and so forth. We produced, we go back to producing originally, VHS videos. So we have a full studio set up and upstairs. I have a full editing suite. So this is actually a small part of the shop. We have workshops at the back, wood stores. We have various storage areas behind there as well. Yes, pretty good work around on a Saturday because we have a big session here every Saturday.
Oh wow!
All the magicians turn up and drink a coffee and don't buy anything, you know.
Yeah, I know what that's like.
And we've got storage rooms, book storage is upstairs.
Yeah.
We have over 3,500 second-hand titles. It's got quite some obscure things. Yeah, I mean, we do make DVDs, and I think they're great things, but I think you can't beat a book really for learning magic properly, in my opinion.
I think that for the style of magic, I mean, maybe you'll have an opinion on this yourself, but it feels like the style of magic has changed into a lot more flashy moves and things these days than they used to be. And I think that DVDs might be a better way of putting that across because you see.
I think you can see from a DVD can show you what the things, how a move should look. But one of the problems with the DVD is too often people learn exactly the way it's done on the DVD and don't adapt it to their own use. Whereas you read a book, you naturally adapt it yourself. So DVDs tends to produce clones of Michael Marr or whoever, which is a pity. We don't want more clones, we want more magicians with their own ideas. But that magic has changed. When I started out performing magic when I was about 14, you all did a stage act. You know, we worked cabaret, we worked dinners, and later on Lucky Men's Clubs and so on and so forth. But that is wrong to a very large extent, and most pros in the area are doing close-up magic, walk around, weddings, corporate work, that sort of thing.
Well, most of the venues have disappeared, haven't they?
Sorry?
Most of the
Yeah,
venues.
that's the one, of course, yes, there's the venues there. You know, I do a mental act, so I don't work for clubs anymore. Why should I? It's too much like hard work. I don't pay the money anyway. So. But I mean, close-up magic is a fun thing. It's not the same. We used to sell quite a lot of metal though. We used to make, or have made for us, aluminium props like dog pans and cups and balls. And we used to supply most of the dealers. But then the small companies who used to do that sort of thing would make 100 for you. They're not around. They want to make 1,000, and you don't want 1,000.
So you run mail order as well then, presumably?
Oh yes,
all the big stores do.
We couldn't survive on Sheffield editions.
It's one interesting that we've seen that the stores we visited, they put different amounts of emphasis on their storefront versus their warehouse. Or do you find that having a setup like this is it worth it? Basically, is it pulling in?
Probably not, but I think when you certainly go to a magic shop, but to make yourself rich, really, I suppose. I mean, was it somebody said once that if you want to come back with the magic business with £1 million in your pocket, start off with 2 million. But so what I'm trying to say is, you look at the magic shops. You remember as a young person, and I used to go to what was then the Silent Four in Nottingham, where I lived at the time. And then later on, I used to go to Ron Macmillan's in London. When I was in the University of London, I used to go to Harry Stanley's Unique Magic on Frith Street and so on. And you remember magic shops where they had things on display, and you came and you could talk to people about what you wanted. And there are one or two magic shops that I hear people say, well, you have to go in, ask what you want, you get what you want, then you leave, and which is probably a better business. but not so much fun for the magicians. So we have a community of magicians here, who the local magic circle meets here and everything. So it works well for us.
Excellent. So one thing that we have asked for a lot of the places that we've gone is whether you could demo a trick for us.
Yes. What can I do? I'll show you something very straightforward. I think. This is the trick I built my business on, which you've all seen before, but also illustrates the fact if you do something often enough, you start to get decent at it. So I'll show you a pack of cards.
Is it a pack of cards?
No, pack of cards, it is indeed. Will you just point to any card for me anyway?
This one here.
Right, take it out, look at it, concentrate on it, make your mind go blank, that was quick. See, the jokes are old as a short. Right, it's a spot card, I think, a red card, I think. It's a red card, probably a diamond or a heart. There's a red card, I think it's a heart. 10, not 10, 9. 9 of hearts?
9 of hearts.
That's a lucky guess, wasn't it? Put it back in the middle of the pack, which is somewhere near the centre, you see. Put it in there, little ripple, takes it up to the top. I do a 45-page version of the ambitious card, but we won't do that now. Put it back in the middle again. And the little touch, and it jumps to the top again. Put it back in the middle. What I like you to do is try and cut your card. Just cut anywhere you like. Actually, 27th card down. That's it. 27th card down. Well, I did tell you where it was.
Yeah.
I'll give you another chance. I won't tell you where it is this time. Number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. Which would you like?
3.
Number 3. That's excellent. Of course, you could have had the 9 of hearts there, show the 9 of hearts there, or the 9 of hearts there, anywhere you like. Well, there's the 9 of hearts. All the other cards are different, otherwise that would be cheating, obviously. But if you take your 9 and put it in the front and give it 2 taps, one pop tap and one cold tap, which is all the country staying at this or change the 9, take it up again, and they're all different. The amazing thing is, with this pack of cards, you can just take one card, let's take, for example, the 6 of diamonds, and you rub it on the table, and it changes the 9 of hearts. But 9 of hearts on the front, 2 taps, you end up with 9 of hearts. Set them back again, of course, and they're all different.
Excellent.
But yes, that's I used to sell hundreds and hundreds of those. Wow. It's amazing to think must be tens of thousands because I must have sold into 5 figures myself. I'm not going for years, and yet
is that the same pack of cards you used to use on them?
It does look like it, doesn't it? Yes, yes. I used to actually make them individually. With
wow!
By chopping them and 50p each. They were. Then I discovered you could make a little bit extra because you had spare cards, because I was 48 pack is normally for the spare cards left over. If you could do it right, you could actually make some final lady tricks up as well. And then sell those as well, or do a special deal on the packs. So that was it. But now we sell the serious stuff, you see.
Oh, the serious stuff. Yeah, because nobody uses those anymore.
So I tell you, I don't know if you've done anything with the National Fairground Archive in Sheffield.
No, I've never heard of it, to be honest.
No, it's perhaps one of the biggest collections of the world of old magic posters and things.
Oh, wow.
It's an amazing collection, run by Professor Vanessa Toolman, and it's Sheffield University National Fairground Archive. Yes, that's the National Fairground Archive 20th anniversary publication, which is a lot of there.
So if you didn't know about this, and you grew up in Sheffield...
Yeah. Well,
did you? Oh, right, yeah.
How long has it been there?
20 years.
20 years.
Well, 20 years end of last
year.
No,
20 years ago I was in Sheffield, yeah. So
where is it? Where can people find out about it?
If you... they're often happy to have visitors, someone there to talk to you. You need to ring, make an appointment. Yeah. It's if you just Google National Fairground Archive, Sheffield, they've got their own web page and so forth.
It'd be worthwhile.
It'd be quite interesting to put a little bit about that in it, because I think more magicians should know about it. Because I think sometimes, some magicians, if they've got valuable old books and things, will lead them to the archive, and there's a place which does look after them properly. And that's another area of interest that not many people are aware of. But people like Tommy Angel, artists working with magic. We worked last year at the Yorkshire Sculpture Park, which are if you've ever been there, it's really worth going. They've got the poppiest thing on at the moment now. And we were approached by their artist in residence last year, who's working there for the rest of the year, saying, I want to be sacrificed as part of this. It's a study of Plato, basically,
right,
and interpretations of Plato's works. And can I be sacrificed at the end? I said, perhaps you can saw me in half or chop this in there. We'll do better than that. We'll set fire to you at the end. And that's what we did. And she got so interested in what we're doing, we actually, on the main day of the event, we actually had a group of magicians doing it in an area of the big sculpture park where there's a Greek temple, doing Platonic related magic.
Wow.
So, and then in the evening, there's a big torchlight procession, and there's an altar. She was laid upon the altar, and I made some incantations, and the torch she was wrapped up, the torch was lit, and she was burnt. Their ashes were put in a jar, and we intoned a hymn to Aphrodite, as you would, of course.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of interesting things happening in magic away from walking around tables doing cards.
Yeah. One thing I always ask is there anything that I might get here that I might not be able to find elsewhere?
Which charm could humour? Sorry.
Oh, you.
Yeah, we're certainly on obscure magic books. Should be perhaps one of your early ports of call. We do have quite
Okay. Do you keep them listed on the website? Or?
We used to keep a list, but it changes so quickly now. So now what happens is people come in. The people sometimes make a special trip. Sometimes if magicians are over on tour from the States or whatever, they'll arrange to come here and spend an afternoon. Have you noted on the Sunday afternoon, if it's any day they've got, and they'll come in and to go through all this. And then people will make trips up from London or down from Scotland, across from Wales. Mark Elson's a regular visitor with his book list. So we sometimes put a list of new things that come in if we've got some special titles, or we have a standard list of people who write to us saying, I'm looking for so-and-so.
Yeah.
And we keep that, and then when we buy a complete library, then we'll go through, email people saying, yes, we now have a copy of whatever available. So it's more, these days, there's more people who write to us saying, well, I'm looking for so-and-so, have you got one?
Yeah.
Because it's so difficult to keep it stuff to date all the time.
Do you find most of the people that are buying things are professional magicians or people just start?
Yeah, I mean, we're selling a lot of books, selling second-hand books. Professional magicians do buy books.
Yeah.
But we couldn't rely on professional magicians to make a living. You basically rely on the amateurs, the ones who want to buy a new trick every week. And that's fine. We all started that way probably, and some of us still are that way. But, yeah, it's a range of interesting range of characters you get in magic.
Yeah.
We also get people who see the K on the end and think we're occult and come in and we have
Looking for
Yes.
crystals.
very strange characters in here from time to time.
That's usually how you divide the two. If it ends with a C, it's
Yes.
performance magic. If it ends with a K, it's
Yeah, well, it was just, I think at the time it just more religious, something that was memorable and we could register as a trade name. Because you can't, magic without it, you can't do it around. So that's what we did. But sometimes it's hard not to, we get some of these strange people not to pull their neck a little bit. But,
One thing we didn't quite manage to catch on camera was a gift Russell gave us, a CD called Magic Media Studio, full of royalty-free tracks for use by magicians. So, now you know where our theme tune came from.
Right.
Thank you.
all right. Okay.
Bye.
Cheers.
Now we get to find out if they've clamped the car. Next week we see what happened later on the very same day, as we continued north to visit Merlins of Wakefield. Until then, I'm Amazing Stace.
And I'm Rebecca.
Remember to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.